Hi, I'm Chris Halo, and I'm a professional audio engineer in New York City. Music production, mixing, house monitor mixer at Palladium Times Square. I sort of do this for a living. And today we're going to be listening to IXI's track, Siberia. Now, I became aware of IXI through her online YouTube channel that does music analysis of Nine Inch Nails tracks, and she's moved on to other artists, but it was primarily the Nine Inch Nails tracks that got me hooked onto her, way of analyzing music. Very strong composition background. So today we're going to listen to this song that she wrote. Looks like 19 years ago, maybe. It's over 20 years ago, and then she released it in 2021. The name of the track is called Siberia. So let's get into it. Now, right off the bat, I believe I became aware of this song by watching her making of music video, which is right here. I'll provide a link to it in the comment. Um, Originally, the snare sound had been created by taking a bass kick and pitching it up, I believe, and then drenching it in reverb. And uh, man, just it had a really great sound to it. You sort of might not be able to hear it here, but it's a little not so high endy in your headphones, and when you sort of turn up the track, it reminds me of something like Phineas would do on a Billie Eilish record or track. Very clicky, and for whatever reason, when she went from Reason to Logic, the snare sound changed, and it went to more of a stick sound, a rim shot sound. Um, I personally would have probably taken that pitched up kick and layered it underneath the stick sound to give it a little more richness. I'm really partial to that nice little clicky sound that it's doing with that bass kick. That's really my only critique, I would say, of the track is I wish there was a little bit more of that original click in the track. So let's go ahead and continue listening. I really love the drones in this. I'm a drone fanatic. Really good job. Good build with those hats. really love those plucks. That arpeggiation is great. I like the movement of all the pads. It's not stagnant. She doesn't play an instrument and it sort of sits there in the sonic real estate. It sort of moves around and just a really nice sense of space. I think it's super what she's doing there with the automation. I think the only thing that I would have done different um, would have been I would have grouped all of those synth tracks to an aux channel. And then my preference is to use the Waves TG12345. And there's this preset called subtle mastering. And I'll take the drive on that because the drive is set to 0. And I'll just boost a little bit and just kind of add in some of that energy and upper frequency harmonics. Saturation, I guess, that's how the kids call it these days. Just giving it a little bit of saturation, a little bit of energy. Not so much that it distorts or creates any sort of white noise, but just so that it sounds like it's pushing air, like it needs to come out. I think that's the only thing I would have done differently with with keyboards. I really love those hat pickups that she's doing there at the beginning of the phrases. And I like how she went from sort of a slower kick into that more driving. Like once again, we took an idea and then she just elevated it and gave it some more energy, created a different space. Now we're sort of listening to the same idea, but we're listening to it with a little more energy. I really like that. That's really great. Yeah, so really super track. I love the journey. I love the progression. Instruments sort of start elevating at different times. Um, Lots of nice variations between the hats and the kicks. Um, I do, my only two thoughts were layering in that deeper snare sound from the original version that she had, and then maybe adding a little more saturation to the keyboards tracks. Um, it would have been, I don't know. I think another interesting listen. It's not that this is bad. It's not at all. It's really well done. I'm just saying there. If I had done it, that's sort of how I would have gone about it. So yeah, links to her original track, Siberia, and a link to how she made the track will be in the comments below. And all right, this was sort of a test run for something I'm going to try to do on a little more regular basis. Thanks a lot, and hope you enjoyed the track.